So yesterday in my video, I said that I think that Xbox's publishing pace on PlayStation was not aggressive enough. The funny thing is, I already got a reaction, which I think is probably from somebody who may consider themselves an Xbox fan. And you have to understand, if you're an Xbox fan, I guess maybe you haven't watched the number of my videos. So, yes, this might have struck you a little bit strange because this is where I first got into trouble. It wasn't the PlayStation fans that were, bothering me a while back. It was the Xbox fans that started bothering me because I said that Microsoft and Xbox needed to take this thing to the next level. And at the time, it seemed like it was crazy because a lot of people still hold on to this exclusivity paradigm. I have to help you understand that if you're an Xbox fan, you really need to rid yourself of that thing because that is not the direction that is going to bring Xbox into the position that it wants to be in the market. The position that it wants to be in the market is in the software side. The hardware side, there's a reason that they said we lost the console war, recognized it, and decided to make ways for them to track through this gaming industry. And with that particular loss, they have to actually now move very differently. Now, does this mean that this is going to make them stop making hardware? No, y'all need to look at Microsoft's business carefully, and Xbox is not exempt. This is the problem that I think a lot of people have had is they somehow think that Xbox is exempt from what Microsoft is doing. Fundamentally, as a business, Microsoft will use software and leverage that, and in many cases, will probably, do things that are antithetical to what the market actually believes. So take, for instance, Surface. Surface is still selling hardware, even though, for the most part, it's not their bread and butter. And could Microsoft be really bothered? No. Dell, HP, Acer, Asus, everybody else is going to farm money for them for just their operating system. And so they're okay with that. And believe you me, they dominate in that particular space. So I don't know exactly what in the world anybody is thinking. Like this person said, where they said, you're just talking, not talking for the sake of making a talking point. No, I've made this particular claim for at least a year now. I think it was during Hi-Fi Rush. I was like, what are they waiting for? They needed to take Starfield to PlayStation. This is why you see PlayStation fans, when they come up and try to mess with me, they realize that I don't have any stake or any dog in this fight other than trying to see the competition basically go insane. You said you content creators like Doc on yourself are just talking now, regurgitating the same talking points or stating nonsense. Actually, you're very wrong. I had to basically point out to Doc that his stance on this matter is inconsistent. He's saying that he would not be happy, or maybe he's not stating it, but he's saying that Xbox has abandoned the console for taking their games to PC and other platforms. I'm saying go Xbox, take your games to other platforms so that you can compete and maybe see all of this gaslighting where it's going to lead you. Many of you don't realize how important right now the big pre-order numbers for Forza Horizon 5 are for a content creator like me. I've been saying that when Xbox takes its games to PlayStation, we're going to see truly how these PlayStation fans that have been saying that Xbox games are trash are going to approach it. And so you basically trying to, compare my position with Doc's is very much out of line. I'll tell you what's wrong with your statement here in a second. You said Phil never said that they were going to do that. That's you talking head saying everything is coming. I never said that. If anything, I'm the one person that said, well, we don't have Starfield on PlayStation, so it's obvious that everything is not coming. You're juxtaposing my position with some PlayStation fanboy that's gotten into your head, living there rent free. This is my problem with Xbox fanboys sometimes. My patience level is very minimal. Y'all do not necessarily want to listen to what the market is saying. You said they're bringing strategic about their method. You brought up Ubisoft. Do they make? They don't make hardware because hardware is a loss leader. Xbox understands that. Do you even hold on? Where do you guys even get your information from? Like where? Why would Ubisoft or anybody else bother jumping into hardware at this stage in the game to go ahead and lose money? Like, are you guys even serious? In today's day and age, when Ubisoft can deploy games on Luna everywhere, what do you think Xbox is doing? Xbox is becoming the leader in the same area that every other publisher is pining to get into, which is where the money is. And you said this. This is where I just looked and said, what? You said you mentioned you play PlayStation games. They make hardware. How did you play those PlayStation games? Exactly. You pretend like PlayStation games are not on PC. In fact, I played like maybe 10 minutes of Horizon Forbidden West because Horizon Zero Dawn. It's quite, I don't know. The game did not interest me. But Horizon Forbidden West was very boring. Do you know where I played it? I played the 10 minutes of it on PC. Yes, I do have a PlayStation, but am I going to buy the next PlayStation? That is a heck no. That is a heck no. Why? Because the whole industry is moving and I see the move and I want to play my games on PC. So don't pretend like PlayStation games are sitting on PlayStation's console exclusively. It's not. You say you're talking so much, you're saying ridiculous points now. Sunset Overdrive, really? Just to brag? No. Sunset Overdrive because it's old and because we get to see how PlayStation fans actually take on a game like that. You said Xbox isn't starving for cash. They'll keep making money with their strategy. They're fine. Stop that. You Xbox fans want to do the exact same thing that PlayStation fans are doing, where they're getting comfortable. Oh, PlayStation is fine. They closed 4 studios down. Oh, PlayStation is fine. They canceled an entire game. Oh, PlayStation is fine. They're firing people left and right. This is why businesses don't grow when they get complacent. When you put your foot to the metal, pedal to the metal, and you decide that this is where you're going, boy, you need to commit. All what you're saying is just warm fanboying console war nonsense. Oh, well, if they keep the game somewhat on there, it's going to make my belly warm. When last did you even look at your copy of Sunset Overdrive? Like, you know what I mean? Like, the game is basically old story in the Xbox platform. Now, are they going to bring it? I don't know. I don't think they will. That may not be financially viable. But the whole idea that, oh, Xbox has consoles to sell, hence exclusivity, is nonsense. If exclusivity pushed consoles, where are the consoles that sold as a result of, Starfield? How many of them sold as a result of Starfield? Not many people went out there to go buy consoles. I mean, think about it. So many of you are saying this from a perspective of you did not spend, money in development. You did not spend money in research. Many of you are spending $60, $70 on games or Game Pass subscriptions, and somehow you think that, you probably need to call the shots on how these businesses actually approach and try to make money. Please, your $500 purchase entitles you to Xbox games and Xbox services. That's about it. I don't know why anybody has to feel like, there's some kind of special whatever. This is the problem that we've been seeing. This is why Sarbrovian basically has gone after Doc Dark. And I like Doc. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm not going after him in this particular position. I'm basically trying to see where he's coming from. But it appears that for some strange reason, this console warring thing is more important to them than the advancement of gaming, which Xbox has been forced to take because they lost the console war. If it wasn't for that, I saw, and this is not all Xbox players, by the way. Don't get me wrong. I saw this, somebody said, I'm kind of glad that Xbox lost the console war because it's pushed them to a place where they're much more pro-consumer right now. And if they want to take the pro-consumer stance, then by all means, let them do it. Xbox already has a proposition of Game Pass, already has a proposition of you basically engaging in our ecosystem how you want. For some people, that's not enough. I get it. But you can't blame the market for basically doing what the market does. So I'm begging you, y'all need to let go of this stupid console warring nonsense because this is not going to push gaming forward. If anything, it's just going to be, it's going to make gaming continue to be a joke, a big joke where you make a game, the game doesn't go out there and sell, and then you're looking at the studios going, how are you going to make payroll? Oh, wait, they should go bring the money from Windows and support gaming so that you can feel warm inside. Is that what many of you are saying? You want Microsoft to bring money in from an enterprise that it's made money on not being exclusive, like Windows. And you want them to bring it in to support exclusivity in their gaming division. Think about what it is that, y'all insinuating. And I hope that's not what you're insinuating, because I've seen some of you say stuff like that. Like, oh, well, studios are going to close and blah, 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 blah. That is just no way to do business. Y'all are going to tank this company. Thank God that none of you are running this company, because PlayStation will basically have a field day. It is because of exactly what Xbox is doing that PlayStation right now is pretty much in a position that it is, seeing as, man, it needs to run around to figure out how to match the competition in terms of games, because hardware without games, according to y'all, is nonsense, isn't it? Oh, Xbox has consoles to sell, but PlayStation can't even push games out. So what's the use of the PlayStation console if there are no games to it? And the gamers are looking at there with money in their hands. And Xbox is looking like, we're going to go convert you because we can sell hardware from the Xbox One days. And so when we convert you, you're going to either be a paying customer or you're going to come to our ecosystem. Either way, the terms are acceptable. If you're an Xbox player, this is probably what you should be looking forward to, because their funding from PlayStation keeps the business going and they keep their services valuable for their own customer base. Smart move all around. Smart move all around. I don't know where anybody. This has been my position for about a year though. Oh, maybe because some of you have seen me making videos talking about a lot of PlayStation's weaknesses. You don't realize that I don't share those console warring exclusivity, sentiments at all. I hate exclusivity. Like, you got to understand. And I told y'all, the market is not here to basically make your feelings warm inside. The moment the data does not suggest exactly what it is that some of you may be stating, you're going to see me literally follow where the data and the evidence is going. And the data and the evidence is going strictly that direction. That direction is where things are going. Don't worry. You're going to see more PlayStation games. Please don't ever say that PlayStation has any exclusivity to offer anybody. They don't do that anymore. It's just a ruse. It's all just perception. Remasters and PC ports, baby. That's it. And firing developers instead of them to bring their games, to Xbox. That's what they're going to do all the while. Anyways, I'm going to get off this video. I think that comment really got me really going like, what? I'm not saying the same thing as anybody that's actually, in the fanboy area. Please. That's just weird. Peace out.